TV24 Holiday Showcase Game number 4, presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. We're at Pete Matthews Coliseum for the Holiday Showcase. This game featuring the Cherokee County Warriors and the Anniston Bulldogs. Carl Brady and John Holder with you for this game. Chase Robinson will be our sideline reporter, I guess you could say, for basketball today. And we'll have this game coming up for you in just a moment. But I think, to me, one of the most important things that people are going to want to know right up the front, Cherokee County going to be without one of their big players today.
Yeah, go back to the football, and they got a lot of football players, multi-sport athletes playing basketball for Cherokee County. If you go back to the early stages of that third quarter of that final round playoff game to Hoax Bluff, Tyron Dupree, the quarterback, he was on the cover of our Pigskin Roundup magazine. Great athlete and a great basketball player, maybe the best basketball player that Cherokee County has. Broke his ankle in that game. I was talking with the football coach, Trip Curry, just last week, and he was telling me that they don't expect him to be back available for basketball maybe until late January, early February, something like that. They'll have him back, Carl, but they don't think they're going to have him back, obviously, with a broken ankle anytime soon.
All right, sounds good. And we'll see how much of a factor that's going to be in the game. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Anniston Bulldogs. Mario Dobbins, James Haynes, Jacoy Bradford, Tariq Woods, and Jotavius Embry are the starters for the Anniston Bulldogs. Torrey Brown is the head coach for Anniston. Taking a look at the starters for the Cherokee County Warriors today from center. Chris Roden, Kyle Burgess, Colin Edwards, Zay Wright, and Cortez Henderson. Neil Wester is the head coach. We'll be visiting with the head coaches through the game as well as we go through this big matchup today between the Warriors of Cherokee County High School and the Bulldogs of Anniston High School. Now, both of these teams have traditionally been very strong in basketball, so we hope to see a good game today.
Yeah, and this is a top 10 matchup right off the bat. You got the number 5 team. The Anniston Bulldogs, the number 7 team, Cherokee County in Class 4A. So this is a battle of top 10 teams in Class 4A in the state of Alabama. Even though, Carl, they haven't played a lot of games. Anniston comes in at 5-2. Cherokee County only 2-1, suffered their first loss last night, a hard-fought 4-point loss. They lost 56-52 at White Plains in an area game. So they had a tough game last night at White Plains and coming back down to Calhoun County to play, obviously, another top team. You know, White Plains was the number 8 team in 4A, and now they get a look at the number 5 team in 4A. So Coach Neil Wester getting a good look at some of the top teams in the state of Alabama in 4A right off the bat here in the early going of the 2016-17 season.
And time for the tip-off for today's game. And right off the bat, I see that we have an Anniston player who is not on our roster, so we'll have to figure out who that is. And we'll get this game going.
Inside, now going back outside. Mario Dobbins now penetrating. Shot put up off, no good, and the rebound going to be taken inside and put back up by Anniston early on within the first half minute of the game. Already a foul in the game, so already Anniston showing some of that size inside as Dobbins on the outside and then working it inside. And obviously you can tell just by looking at these two teams matching up standing there that Anniston has an obvious height advantage on the inside.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the free throw line for the Bulldogs. It's 1 of 2, rebounded by Anniston, put back up by number 15. That's Jacoy Bradford. Right back in, so good job for Anniston. Warriors bring the ball down court. Cortez Henderson, number 3, dumps it off to number 2, Graves. Jacob Graves brings it back to the near side. Good, hard, tight defense by the Bulldogs. Cherokee County trying the left side. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by Bradford.
Cherokee County's first 2 wins. They had a 3-point win against Glencoe, a very impressive 28-point win against Jacksonville before that 4-point loss last night to number 8 White Plains. Only 2-1. You have to remember they went to the quarterfinal round, the 3 rounds in the football playoffs. A lot of football players playing basketball, so they were late in starting. They were, when other teams were already playing basketball, they were still in the football playoffs, so a very late start, and that's the reason they've only played 3 games.
Cherokee County missing a couple of shots here. Now rebounded by the Bulldogs. Mario Dobbins, number 4, brings the ball down. This is going to roll out of bounds. Looks like a win off of one of the Warriors. So it would be Bulldog ball under the goal. James Haynes bring it in to Dobbins. Dobbins tries to go right back to Haynes, and Haynes wasn't watching. So they'll throw it out of bounds, and the turnover, Cherokee County will take over.
Miscommunication as he was going to pop it back to him, cutting to along the baseline to the basket. Haynes not looking. The ball went out of bounds, and another turnover. One of the things that has been a trademark of Anniston basketball, of course, longtime coach Schussler Ware retired last year after the season. And Anniston always known for full court, very aggressive man-to-man defense. A lot of pressure, using their speed to their advantage. And first-year coach Torrey Brown, we're seeing basically the same kind of deal. That's one thing that has not changed with Anniston. Torrey Brown, of course, an Anniston graduate, played for Coach Schussler Ware. We're going to have a 30-second timeout called by Neil Wester. And Cherokee County Coach Wester is not very happy with his basketball team right now as they trail here in the early going 5-0.
And we found out number 51. They got some jersey changes here. Number 51 is actually Jotavius Embry. And when you see number 31 comes out, you'll see that is Stedham Orr.
See a look there at Neil Wester, the Cherokee County coach. Both of these guys, both Neil Wester and Torrey Brown, graduates of their respective schools. Neil Wester, an '86 graduate of Cherokee County High School, spent a lot of years coaching basketball over at Aniana, and then he heard Mama calling and came back home to Center to coach the Cherokee County Warriors back in his third year there. And then all of a sudden, you got Torrey Brown back after Schussler Ware retired, coming back to his alma mater, Anniston, to coach the Bulldogs in his first season at the helm at Anniston.
Cortez Henderson takes the shot for the Warriors and misses, rebounded by the Bulldogs. Mario Dobbins brings the ball down. Taking the three-pointer himself, and it's off the back of the rim. Rebounded under the goal. There's Tariq Woods on the rebound and the miss. Cherokee County bringing the ball down. Jacob Graves overshoots just a little bit. Here comes Dobbins leading the Bulldogs. Pretty quick pace. Getting back down court. Three-point try for James Haynes is good for the Bulldogs. Anniston takes an 8-0 lead.
Woods and Embry dominating on the inside, and we're seeing Mario Dobbins and now Haynes on the outside with that three, and Haynes with a very near turnover is just, again, relentless pressure by the Anniston Bulldogs. We've seen that for many decades now as we get another look at the three from Haynes deep in the corner, almost standing out of bounds, and drained it home.
Cherokee County under pressure trying to get the ball across the half-court line. Finally get it down court. Kyle Burgess goes underneath, and it is good to Will Hawkins. Number 22, Will Hawkins, for the Warriors. Finally puts the Cherokee County Warriors on the board.
Good ball movement that time by Cherokee County. Probably their best offensive set, setting and running their offense. 3 or 4 good quick passes there and got the easy basket underneath. First points of the game for the Warriors.
Another three-point try for Anniston. We're going to have a whistle under the basket. Foul is going to be called against the Bulldogs. Cherokee County will inbound the ball. As Kyle Burgess gets the ball into Graves. Back to Burgess, then to Graves again, looking for a nice place to work the ball in, get a good shot. Edwards goes underneath to Roden. Roden with a miss. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Bradford with a miss, rebounded again by Embry. It looks like Bradford's going to put this one up, be fouled at the same time, and get the 2 points.
Just dominating on the boards, Anniston with 3 or 4 offensive rebounds, 3 or 4 second shots. And now another thing that we've always seen Anniston do through the years, Carl, is a very deep bench, substituting liberally already, bringing in number 10, Jamari West, a 5'9" junior guard, into the game for the first time. And also we're seeing for the first time 33, Dontavius Davis, a 6'5" junior at forward, coming off for Coach Torrey Brown.
The Warriors on the move, gets inside and a miss again. Mario Dobbins brings the ball down, gets it to the corner to West. West with the miss, but the rebound and the putback for Jacoby Bradford. Takes Anniston up by 10. Over here on the near side, if you have a look at this putback again, the miss by West. No, we don't see the putback there.
Anniston just walking it over half court now, slowing things down a little bit, running their offense with a 10-point lead here in the early going.
Rebound by Burgess for the Warriors. Gets it to Graves. Stolen. And there will be a foul, number 10 against number 10. Jamari West going up for the layup. He'll be fouled by Kyle Burgess.
Jamari West just picking the pocket of Kyle Burgess and taking it to the other end. Didn't convert, but has a chance to make some points the old-fashioned way. As now we'll see Neil Wester and Cherokee County make some substitutions, as we'll have Cade Gossett coming into the game, number 3. Also coming in for the Warriors, we're seeing Marcus Barrington for the first time in the game.
West with his second free throw. Misses off the front of the rim.
Also 33, Riley Russell in the game for the first time now for Cherokee County.
Cherokee County under some tight defensive pressure, trying to get the ball back out to the top. 3-point try off the front of the rim for Barrington. And the Bulldogs are going to try to bring it down as quickly as possible, but Jamari West going to be called for traveling. We'll turn it over to the Warriors.
Dobbins left it for West. West couldn't handle it on the fast break. Turnover Anniston. They continue to lead by 10 and more relentless pressure. Full court pressure defense by the Bulldogs as they finally get it across and back to their point guard, Cade Gossett.
Gossett at the top, looking to work to the right side. Graves back to Gossett. Getting it inside to Russell. Russell tries to go even further inside to Will Hawkins, and it's knocked away by the Bulldogs.
4 gray jerseys in there for Anniston. That's a tough.
West with a 3.
West off the bench with 3. That's a tough pass to make by Russell against anybody, but especially against Anniston. The turnover now turned into points by the Bulldogs on the other end. They now have their largest lead at 15-2.
Graves with an outside shot, overshoots a little bit. Another fast break for Anniston. Have a difficult time handling it. West puts it up and misses. Then another follow-up by Dontavius Davis. Nice job of following that shot. Just a typical old-fashioned tip drill there.
An impressive performance by Anniston here with just less than 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs showing why they're the number 5 team in 4A as they make another turnover, just stolen away on the inside from Will Hawkins.
Dobbins going to slow things down a little bit this time and go with West. Now Dobbins for 3, a little bit short. Rebounded by the Warriors by Hawkins. Graves will bring the ball down for Cherokee County. Take it to the left side. Gossett. Inside to Hawkins. Hawkins with a miss. Nice save by Chance Young for the Bulldogs. Bring the ball back down. Mario Dobbins. West back to Dobbins to the near side with Orr. And nice 2-point shot, Chance Young for the Bulldogs.
Right now the size advantage obvious on the inside for Anniston, and they are just dominating inside both offensively and defensively. A foul on the other end. I think they'll call this one on Dontavius Davis and off the bench with a foul. But you consider that Cherokee County, with the program that Neil Wester has put into place and ranked number 7 in the first ASWA poll, and played with number 8 White Plains. Very close game last night, 56-52. And here they are trailing, Carl, 19-2 to Anniston. I just wonder if that hard-fought road game at White Plains, hostile atmosphere, tough game, 4-point loss, really close. You come back less than 20 hours later to play again.
It's going to be tough.
I think we're seeing a little bit of that with Cherokee County here in this first quarter.
Riley Russell, the second of his free throws. Jamari West brings the ball down, gives it to Edmondson. Justice Edmondson back to West. They move the ball down inside 1 minute to go in the first quarter of action here at this game. Anniston and Cherokee County at the TV24 Holiday Showcase. Marcus Barrington gets a hand on it but doesn't get the steal. Anniston working the ball inside with a miss. Rebounded by the Warriors by Cortez Henderson. Warriors will set up again with just a few more seconds left in the quarter. Inside to Ty Lockridge, back out to the top. Barrington takes a long three-pointer right at the buzzer. And at the end of the first quarter, Anniston leads it 19-6 here at the Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Credit Union. Here's that long shot again by Marcus Barrington that bounces around and goes in right at the buzzer. And so we'll take a quick break right now and be back in just a moment with more Holiday Showcase action for the Anniston Bulldogs and the Cherokee County Warriors.
What is this?
It's KFC Spicy Smoky Crispy Nashville Hot Chicken Tenders. They're back. And I love them.
Nashville Hot is chicken blasphemy.
No, it's not, Daddy. I'm young and I need to try new things. You should too.
Oh, no!
Try a KFC Nashville Hot Basket. It's finger-licking good.
If you or someone you know takes monthly medications, you know the problem. Easy Meds from Downey Drug is a breakthrough program that packages, labels, and dispenses your meds accurately.
With Downey Drug Easy Meds, it makes it so simple. I don't have to fool with all of this anymore.
I don't forget to take my meds anymore.
I get all my prescriptions at the same time each month.
This is so simple.
Call Downey Drug and find out more about Easy Meds. Medication management made simple.
Anniston head coach Troy Brown at the Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union as we get underway with second quarter action here at the Holiday Showcase. Pete Matthews Coliseum. Come on out and join us in person. Admission is $7 and we still have a lot of basketball to go as we'll be playing several more games. We have Guntersville and Plainview coming up, White Plains and Talladega, Spain Park and Gadsden City, Mountain Brook and Sacred Heart. So we'll be playing basketball all the way into maybe 9 or 10 o'clock tonight.
And guys, if your wife's going to make you go out and go do Christmas shopping this afternoon or tonight, here's the thing. Take your tablet or your smartphone with you, and while she's doing all the shopping, you can just find you a nice place and sit down. Go to TV24.tv,
right,
and we are streaming the games live there. So don't let that stop you from watching the games. You got a good reason to go. So when the wife says, "Hey, honey, let's go shopping," you say, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to go."
Absolutely. And if you are on a smartphone or a tablet, you can download the free live stream app. And when you go on the live stream app, just look for WEAC TV 24 and you'll be able to find the live stream there on your phone. Easy and quick way to continue watching these games no matter where you are. Cherokee County trying to bring the ball in again. Some good pressure from Anniston. Trouble under the basket for Ty Lockridge. Anniston with the rebound. Mario Dobbins comes down with it. Some trouble. Cherokee County gets it back, and the Warriors go up with a miss. There's Chris Roden missing the layup, and Barrington with another long three-pointer for the Warriors.
Barrington is keeping Cherokee County in this game into the first quarter with a three, and here in the first minute of quarter number 2 with a three, and he's drawn Cherokee County back to within 8. This is as close as they have been since about the halfway point of quarter number 1.
Bulldogs working the ball inside. Layup is missed. Rebounded by the Warriors. Colin Edwards brings the ball down, trying to take it all the way to the goal, and he's going to be fouled as he goes up for the layup.
Ty Lockridge in the game now for Cherokee County. So both of these teams with deep benches. We've seen both Anniston and Cherokee County probably play about 9 or 10 players already here. Early second quarter. First free throw is up and good for Cherokee County by Colin Edwards.
Game sponsor for this game is the Alexandria Foodland. A lot of our hospitality suite products and food came from there. And the second free throw is good for Colin Edwards. Cherokee County pulls within 6 of the Anniston Bulldogs. Anniston taking a little more time, setting up some good shots, but still trying to get inside. And there we have a good two-pointer. Tariq Woods with the turn, puts it in off the backboard.
Got the turnover by Cherokee County, but Cherokee County gets it right back. Cortez Henderson with the rebound. First points of the game for Anniston's Tariq Woods, and also the first points of the second quarter for Anniston.
The Warriors having a difficult time working the ball without an Anniston player being in the way. Layup for the Bulldogs is good for James Haynes. He got pushed from behind, but no whistle. The Warriors trying to work it in. Barrington, another long try at a three. Misses. Rebounded, though, by the Warriors. And put back by Ty Lockridge.
Good strong rebound by Lockridge on the inside. Barrington was trying to go 3 out of 3 from three-point land, just rimmed out. But Cherokee County doing a good job of boxing out and getting the rebound and the putback.
Anniston, another three-pointer there for James Haynes. And the Bulldogs back up by 11 now. Barrington loses the ball from behind as Jacoy Bradford just comes right up behind him and takes it away. Got to be aware of all sides as you dribble the ball down court. Inside for the Bulldogs, and we're going to have a foul. There's Jotavius Embry going up for the shot, and the foul is going to be called against Cortez Henderson.
Good position by Henderson on the inside. The problem is for Henderson is Embry has about 3 inches on him on the inside and a bigger, wider body. Henderson doing all he could do. Good position along the baseline, and but just that size advantage really showing up as the first free throw is up and no good. Barely drew iron from Jotavius Embry.
Graves and Dobbs check back in for the Warriors. Embry with his second of 2 free throws. Missed the first. And the second one bounces around and goes in. Dobbs looking in to inbound the ball. It's going to be stolen by the Bulldogs. And then Graves is going to knock it out of bounds.
The thing you have to consider when you're playing Anniston is they are going to challenge every pass, every inbounds pass, every outlet pass, every full-length pass, every interior pass. They are so quick and they put so much pressure on you. They are going to challenge everything you do. They cannot make any kind of lackadaisical, easy passes. There are none against Anniston.
Dobbins back out to Haynes. Haynes misses. Rebounded by Chris Roden. The Warriors try to bring the ball down, run into trouble immediately. Graves does get it in to Cortez Henderson. Henderson back to Graves. Henderson to Dobbs, back to Graves at the top. Trying to find a spot. Nice shot, but in and out for Graves.
So we're going to have a foul called, I thought. Maybe just going
to have someone checking into the game there as the ball went out of bounds. Henderson, a long three, misses. Mario Dobbins bringing the ball down for the Bulldogs. Layup shot underneath, misses for West. Cherokee County working in, trying to find a nice place to get inside. Struggle over the ball there. Finally picked up by Anniston. Haynes with a three-point try and misses.
A push on the inside. I think they may have that push on Anniston. And it looks like they're going to call that on Anniston's Jacoy Bradford on the inside for coming over the back. We'll have more substitutions as Warriors going to get back into the game. Will Hawkins. Just gives Anniston a chance, Carl, to set that full court press, but Cherokee County doing a nice job of breaking the press that time.
Another layup try by Roden. Gets his own rebound twice. Puts it back in, tips it in for 2 points for the Warriors.
Very good hustle by Roden that time. Missed the shot, followed his shot, didn't fall away from it, followed it, came back in strong. Got a much needed basket for Cherokee County.
Rebound here by the Bulldogs. Struggle over the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Bulldogs will keep possession.
And it's obvious with the size advantage inside what Anniston's trying to do. They're going to use that size advantage. Mario Dobbins, great basketball player, has not scored for Anniston, but Carl, they really haven't needed him.
And just as you say that, a three-pointer from Dobbins puts Anniston up to 30. Dobbins is definitely leading that offense as the point guard, bringing the ball down and directing the plays. Even though he only has the 1 3-pointer. Another miss by Cherokee County. Dobbins with the rebound. Haynes. Another 3-point try. A little bit short.
Make no mistake about it. May not show up always in the stat column. Mario Dobbins is the guy. He's kind of the glue that runs this Anniston team. He's the guy that makes it go and runs the show.
Jamari West on the move with the fast break. He's going to have the ball knocked away from him, but he gets control and gets it back to Tariq Woods, who puts it up for 2 and is fouled at the same time.
Woods will be at the line to shoot an old-fashioned 3. You know, a lot of times if you just look at it to the untrained eye, you may think that Anniston's maybe out of control because it looks like that, looks like chaos, but it is a controlled chaos as we see them coming down, going strong to the basket this time. It's by design, and the thing I like about Anniston is, Carl, it's always been this way, and especially with this team this year, they've got size and they've got speed. So they can play the big game, they can play the small game, they can put full court press and shoot threes, they can pound you inside. There's a lot of different ways that Anniston can beat you, especially with this 2016-17 team.
Right. The Warriors get the ball to Jacob Graves, hanging around on the outside, trying to make something happen. Over to Edwards. Edwards decides to go with a long 3 and gets it. I keep saying long 3. Everybody out here today is taking these long 3s. They're not even coming close to the line. They're just shooting wherever they can find a spot. We've got a timeout called by the Anniston Bulldogs as you see this 3 by Edwards.
Coach Brown over there, basically what's happened is they're giving Cherokee County these wide open 3s, and Cherokee County's making enough of those that it's keeping the Warriors in the game, keeping them within striking distance. That's what has kept Cherokee County in the game so far. You look at the Warriors, they've already hit 3 3-pointers, and they have been timely 3-pointers that have kept the Warriors within striking distance here at 32-20.
Just need a few of those to keep things close. As you look at the Warriors coming back out onto the court after the timeout.
I will say, we were going back talking about last night how Cherokee County had that tough road game, an area game at White Plains, and lost a close one. Then they were kind of lethargic here, and kind of slow in getting started. But since that 17-2 run by Anniston to begin the game, Cherokee County's basically made it even since that point in time. Actually, they've outscored the Bulldogs since that point in time.
Dobbins right up the middle again. Alley-oop is missed. Warriors pick up the rebound. And Anniston, quick turnover there. Anniston goes up. Number 31, way short. And Stella Moore. Ball knocked away, but Edwards regains control. Will Hawkins takes the ball out to Burgess. Back to Edwards, back to Burgess on the left side. Burgess with a 3-point try, misses. Overshoots it just a little bit off the back of the rim. Mario Dobbins brings the ball down quickly. Another missed 3-pointer for Haynes. Struggling for the ball, and it's going to be last touched by the Warriors as it goes out of bounds.
Haynes hit a couple of 3s earlier in the game, but he has gone cold since that time. And one of the things, if you're Neil Wester, an advantage to playing this game against a team like Anniston is it's impossible to replicate their speed and athleticism in practice, and they don't play very many teams that have the kind of speed that Anniston does and the aggressiveness. I know Chase Robinson is going to talk with Neil Wester. Maybe that's one of the questions he can pose to him is there's an advantage to playing a game like this in the regular season because sooner or later you're going to play a team like an Anniston down the road, and getting to see something like this I think is going to be an advantage and work well for Cherokee County as they move through this season.
Anniston just kind of holding on, killing the clock as we're down to 10 seconds to go in the half. Not going to be challenged, but they are going to see if they can get one more last shot in. Dobbins just short on the three-pointer, and that will take us to halftime with Anniston leading by a score of 32-20 over the Cherokee County Warriors. Lots of games going on today in the Holiday Showcase, brought to you by America's First Federal Credit Union. Now let's go down to Chase Robinson.
Well, Coach, you know, a little bit of a slow start, but they picked it up there in the second quarter. Talk about your team here in the first half.
Yeah, I thought we played hard. We just didn't play good to start with. You know, couldn't score and missed some shots inside. And once we kind of got into the flow of the game, I thought our guys kind of felt a little more comfortable, got over the jitters a little bit, and, you know, made a little run, got back, 10-point game. So maybe we can battle the second half and stay with it.
Playing Anniston, a quick Anniston team, what does this do for your team? How is this going to help for the rest of the season?
Oh, yeah, it's a great game for us. They're as quick as anybody going to play in the state and athletic, and so you got to learn to take care of the ball, do all those little things, meet the pass, those little things that coaches talk about you've got to do. You got to block out really good. That's something we got to do a better job of in the second half.
All right, well, good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chase. Again, it is a halftime of the Cherokee County Anniston game. The TV24 Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. We'll be back.
I'm Alan Parnell with Parnell Insurance Agency. Parnell Insurance Agency has been in business in Alabama and Georgia since 1990. Auto Owners Insurance Company is one of our very best companies. We're real proud of our commercial line staff, Ty, Brooke, Michelle, Caitlin, and our administrative staff, Alan, Carrie, and Amber. Combined, our staff has 125 years experience. Come see what Parnell Insurance Agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, or Tallapoosa, Georgia.
My dad taught me to fish right here years ago. But when an old sports injury started slowing him down, I knew we'd need to search for the latest procedures in knee and hip replacement. With physical therapy tailored to his needs, a dedicated team of doctors and nurses, and he'd want a fast recovery time. So where'd he find all that?
Right here at RMC.
I'm in there as Katie.
I'll call you later. Or, no, I won't. I'll text you because, what am I, your dad? Don't stay out too late.
Yeah, just text me.
Thank you. Get home safe. This must be what Antonio Brown feels like when he's dancing in the end zone.
Huh. This must be how Lucas felt when he finally got Katie's number.
Pepsi. Family Savings is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's like never getting surprised by an ATM fee. Bank local and will refund your ATM fees nationwide. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Family Savings Credit Union.
Back at Pete Matthews Coliseum on the campus of Jacksonville State University for the TV24 Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. This game, the Cherokee County and Anniston game, is brought to you by Alexandria Foodlands.
We appreciate the folks at Alexandria Foodland bringing you this game, and we're really only about halfway through, Carl. These games today here at JSU has been a phenomenal event. We had 16 teams in this event, 8 games, starting at 9 o'clock this morning, running to at least 9 o'clock tonight. And the thing about it is the first ASWA basketball rankings came out this week. And when those rankings were unveiled on Wednesday morning, 9 of the 16 teams in this event were state ranked in different classifications. And Asbury, the team you see there who won today against Ohatchee by 19 points, they would have been the number 11 team in Class 2A. So we very nearly had 10 of the 16 teams state ranked. You see Geraldine and Jacksonville played our 10:30 game this morning, and it was Geraldine winning that very impressively. They were one of those state ranked teams in 3A, beating Jacksonville by 21. Oxford and Alexandria, 2 unranked teams. But Oxford very impressive, a 74-52 win. And now you've got this number 5 versus number 7 matchup, the game you're seeing right here, Anniston and Cherokee County in Class 4A play. Start talking about Northeast regionals and things like that and teams going deep in the playoffs. I think we've seen enough from Anniston and Cherokee County to know that we've got probably teams that we're going to be seeing make deep playoff runs. Then coming up at 3 o'clock, we got Plainview and Guntersville. Guntersville, another team that is state ranked in 5A. Then you got Talladega and White Plains coming up. More state ranked teams there, with White Plains coming in number 8 with that big win last night over this Cherokee County squad. Then you got Spain Park and Gadsden City at 6 o'clock. And then a battle of number 1s tonight, Carl. 7:30 tonight. Number 1 in 7A, Mountain Brook, taking on number 1 in 1A, Sacred Heart. And, of course, Sacred Heart, the 2-time defending Class 1A state champions.
So we got a lot of basketball action for you all throughout the rest of the day today. You can come on out to Pete Matthews Coliseum and join us here. The admission is only $7 here at Pete Matthews, or you can continue watching us live here on TV or streaming live on our website at TV24.tv or on the live stream app on your smartphone. John, you mentioned playoffs and things like that. That's one of the things we're hearing from so many of the coaches who participate every year in the holiday showcase. This is a great opportunity to get their kids out here to Pete Matthews Coliseum, where the Northeast Regionals are played, to see what it's like to play in this big venue. Usually there's a big crowd and a lot of noise, and it's different than playing at home. So they want their kids, even those who don't know if they're going to be at a point of making the playoffs, but they want to have that opportunity to play on this court and in this venue.
Well, for teams outside of Calhoun County, it's a rare opportunity. Right. They don't have another chance to get here before the regionals to play in this arena. And also it gives them a time, as Coach Van Meter talked about from Oxford, not only gives them a chance to play in this arena, but it also gives them a chance to play at maybe an odd time of day, because when you get to the Northeast Regional, you're going to have games starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. You're going to play games at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're going to play games late at night at maybe 9 o'clock at night, tip-off times and things like that. So it's not only the fact that you're getting to play in this setting, but you're also getting to maybe get your team a chance to prepare for one of those odd time games as well. And if you're a Calhoun County team that's in this, you really get a double advantage, because not only are you getting the chance to get your team in here before the Northeast Regional, you're getting a chance to get your team in here for the Calhoun County tournament, which is coming up in about a month in January. So it's a preview of that as well. So advantages all the way around for all the teams that are in this event today.
All right, we're going to take another quick commercial break and be back with more action from the Holiday Showcase from Pete Matthews Coliseum.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
The Oxford Performing Arts Center now has season tickets available for the 2016-2017 season. A total of 15 blockbuster shows. The Black and Gold Concert Series is back with artists like Vanessa Williams and Three Dog Night. Noah Bank and Trust Broadway Series featuring Tony Award-winning performances. Web Concrete and Building Materials Country Music Series featuring country powerhouse artists. Get your season tickets now online at oxfordpac.org or call 256-241-3322.
Why do so many people choose Riverview Regional Medical Center? Reason number 1, ER Extra. ER Extra is extra fast emergency room care. You'll be seen by a doctor or medical clinician in no time flat. ER Extra.
extra fast, extra easy, extra great emergency care.
ER Extra, one of the many reasons you choose Riverview Regional Medical Center. Close by, far better.
Okay, it'll be just a second.
Wait. With a new checking account, it takes like 5 to 7 business days to get a debit card. It's 2014. Nobody waits 5 to 7 days for anything. I mean, I got things to do. Am I supposed to go home and sit in a dark room for 5 to 7 business days? This is...
Here you go.
unbelievable.
The 2016 TV24 Holiday Showcase, presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. Game number 4 underway right now, halfway through the day today. The Anniston Bulldogs leading the Cherokee County Warriors 32-20 as we wait for the opening of the second half, which is coming up in just a few seconds.
Coach Wester, in his comments to Chase Robinson there just before halftime, he hit on exactly what we were talking about. And his team talking about starting slow a little bit for whatever reason, whether it was having to get up after a big game last night for another big game today, or whether it was the short time between the games or whatever. They started slow, actually down in this game at one time 17-2. But, you know, in that second quarter, as Coach Wester pointed out, they actually played very even with Anniston, actually outscored Anniston by a point in that quarter, so they held even. So I think maybe his point to his team at halftime was, hey, yeah, we started off slow, we dug ourselves a hole, but you know, now we've kind of righted the ship, so to speak. So let's go out there and just play the same in the second half as we did in that second quarter.
Anniston Bulldogs will start off with the ball here in the third quarter of action. Dobbins setting up his offense, moving over to the left side now, back out top to Dobbins. Almost dragged that foot a little bit too much. Haynes looks for somewhere to go. Anniston kind of slowing things down. It's the first time they've taken this long to go to the basket all day.
And I mentioned the first half that Anniston could play big and they could play small, but they can also play fast and they can play slow. They can run and gun with the best of them in the state. They can also run the half-court offense and be very effective as well.
Warriors with the ball now. Trying to work it inside. Henderson misses. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. There we go. Anniston had an opportunity on the fast break, and Jacoby Bradford couldn't get a handle on the ball. The pass coming from Mario Dobbins.
Bradford's second leading scorer for the Bulldogs in the first half with 6 points. Had a chance to make it 8 there, but the ball got away from him. More full court pressure by Anniston. Dobbins nearly with a takeaway, working on Jacob Graves.
Roden back to Graves. Graves with the 3. Hits it off the front of the rim. And the Warriors get the rebound. This time it's Kyle Burgess. They're going to give him the 3-pointer right on the edge of the line there.
First points in the game for Burgess, and all of a sudden Anniston's lead is now at what was once a 15-point lead, now down to single digits at 9. They've been trying to Bulldogs have been trying to get James Haynes fired up. He was fired up in that first quarter, but no dice here in the second quarter as he was missed another shot. But Anniston gets the points anyway.
Nice put back from number 15, Jacoby Bradford. The ball's going to go out of bounds. Warriors will have possession.
Anniston going to bring William Fairley into the game. First time we called his name. First time he's been in the game. Actually, that's going to be Stedamore.
Henderson goes up for the layup, and it is blocked by the Bulldogs. The Warriors come back and get the ball. Colin Edwards with 2 points for the Warriors.
Here comes Cherokee County back to single-digit deficit now.
There's Dobbins with a 3 from the top. And Anniston's going to call a timeout as Dobbins hits that second 3-pointer of the game there. Anniston 37, Cherokee County 25. See the replay of that 3-point shot.
Beautiful 3-point shot. And the thing about Mario Dobbins is he's almost instant offense. Anytime you need him, you don't have to have him necessarily. Does a great job running the point and dishing and assisting and so forth. But it's almost like you've got this little extra in the bank over here, and anytime you need to withdraw it, he's right there with
right
it.
There ready to go,
he is that steady of a player, that good of a player for the Anniston Bulldogs. Coach Torrey Brown calling a timeout. I think he wanted to talk with his team about maybe coming out like Cherokee County did at the first game, maybe a little bit lackadaisical to begin this second half, allowing Cherokee County to climb back to within single digits at one point.
The Warriors facing a tough defense here. A short three-point try, but Henderson turns it into 2 points for the Warriors.
Henderson just grabbed that air ball and just put it up underhanded for an easy basket. I think Anniston thought the ball was going to go out of bounds, and Henderson scooped it up and put it in.
It's going to be Bulldog ball under the goal. Out to Dobbins. Dobbins pulling out that three again, misses to the left just a little bit, but there's another Anniston Bulldog there waiting to put it right back in. Tariq Woods with 2.
All kind of gray jerseys in the neighborhood, and there's that very active Anniston full court pressure defense, just relentless. And I think that's probably what Coach Brown was talking about with his team during that timeout, is we're not quite as aggressive as we need to be on the press. I've seen a little bit extra juice in the Anniston players since that timeout.
Jacob Graves for the Warriors, trying to work inside to Henderson. Henderson back out to Graves. Graves puts it up. 3 points for the Warriors. Jacob Graves, the senior.
Graves' first points of the game. An outstanding tailback for the Cherokee County Warriors in that run to the quarterfinals this year. And makes his first points of the game a big three to cut the lead back down to single digits.
And there's another three for the Anniston Bulldogs. Stella Moore with the 3 points. Heavy pressure again on the full court press. But the Warriors get out of it. Bring the ball down to Cortez Henderson. Henderson nowhere to go. They bring it back out to the top to Graves. Graves takes it in. Nice shots. 2 more for the Warriors.
Jacob Graves heating it up. 2 straight baskets, a three-pointer, and a nice 10-foot jumper for Jacob Graves. Cherokee County hanging in halfway through the third.
Anniston going underneath, misses the shot. Rebound by the Warriors. And it's going to get knocked out of bounds. Who is it out on? I'm going to say the Warriors touched it last. It'll be Anniston ball over in the corner.
Jacob Graves was in there between Orr and Bradford. And he looks like he's about maybe 5'8", and both of those guys about 6'2" apiece. Kind of got lost over there in that dark corner over here at the Coliseum.
Mario Dobbins draws the defense in, dishes it out to Haynes. Haynes tries to get it inside to Bradford, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. We're talking about Dobbins. If you watch the Anniston Bulldog Blitz football show that we did every week during the football season on TV 24, Mario Dobbins is a name you're very familiar with. Lots of talk about him on the football show as well.
Yeah, got thrust into, they had their starting quarterback was hurt in their fall jamboree game, and with only 1 week's notice, he had to be thrust into being the starting quarterback for the rest of the season for Anniston. Did a nice job, and he's basically quarterback, the point guard, the quarterback of this basketball team.
Absolutely. And it's going to go out of bounds again as everybody's struggling for the rebounds. Touch last by the Bulldogs. It'll be Cherokee County ball. And look for this full court press again, but the Warriors get by it pretty easily this time. Shot from Chris Roden falls a little short. The Bulldogs get the rebound.
Anniston going to slow things down now, which we pointed out they can do both. They can play fast, they can play slow. We'll have a foul call on the inside on the Bulldogs after a nice rebound by Cherokee County's Chris Roden to grab that rebound. And I tell you, after watching shoe-wear teams for years and years and years in this county at Anniston, a lot of folks wondered, okay, a new coach for the first time in a couple of decades. Right. How's Torrey Brown going to do? Of course, he's a disciple of Coach Shoesler-Ware. Played at Anniston, of course, came over from Shelby County. I don't see any difference in Anniston whatsoever. The style of play, the aggressiveness, the quality of play, they look like the same old Anniston to me.
Speaking of the aggressiveness, a steal there. And some points. Jacoby Bradford again. Warriors get it to Cortez Henderson. Henderson's going to be fouled as he goes up for the shot. They're going to give him 2 shots there. Fouls called against Anniston's number 33, Dontavius Davis. As we take a look at it again, there are actually 3 Bulldogs in there. They could have just taken their pick as to who they wanted to call the foul on.
Cortez Henderson makes the first free throw for the Cherokee County Warriors. And I know Coach Wester's got to be pleased with the way his team has hung in there. They were down 17-2 to begin this game. They could have just chalked it up to, hey, you know, this game doesn't, it's not an area game, and we had a tough game last night. Let's just get this thing over with. His team has battled back and made an impressive showing here the last 2 quarters.
This was going to be accidentally bounced off of a Bulldog foot. The Warriors will have the ball. Well, they're going to say it went off of a Warrior, and they're going to give it to Anniston. So Anniston will have the ball there in the corner. Just like a famous football coach we know said just recently, it's never okay to lose.
That's
so
exactly right.
You got to work hard no matter what situation you're in. You try to win every game you're in.
Especially a high-profile game like this here at the Coliseum on television against a state-ranked opponent. Chance Young with his first points of the game on the other end the last time by Anniston. Here come the Bulldogs again, but good hustle by Cortez Henderson coming from behind. You want to talk about a great football player. We've talked about Mario Dobbins and Jacob Graves. Cortez Henderson might be the best Class 4A wide receiver in this state. A tremendous candidate for maybe our Pigskin Roundup All-Star team that we will unveil coming up January 16th at Word Alive Church in Oxford. He is a strong candidate, I would think, to be on that All-Star team.
It's going to be an exciting night for everybody in East Alabama as we bring in Auburn defensive coordinator Kevin Steele as our guest speaker that night. We'll name the All-Star team, the Coach of the Year, and have all that stuff in January this time around. First time we've ever had the banquet in January, but I think it's going to work out well. And there's another 2 points for the Anniston Bulldogs, Chance Young. The Warriors bring the ball down through the press. Get it back out to Burgess. And back to Henderson. Henderson up, and the ball gets stuck.
All right. Anniston's got enough tall guys to go in there and knock that one out.
Yeah. You used to have
if it was me or you, we'd have to throw a ball up there.
Have to get another ball to throw up there, too. Absolutely. As we look at that again, the Henderson shot goes up and just sticks right in the corner of the goal there. The Warriors coming back with a 3-point shot. Nice shot. It's good for Barrington.
You just can't leave Marcus Barrington open. He's had 3 shots that he's made today. All of those have been long-range threes. 3 out of 4 from three-point land. He's got 9 points.
Bulldogs pushing toward the inside. It's going to be knocked away, picked up by the Warriors. Graves misses the shot, rebounded by the Bulldogs. Just about 30 seconds left to go in this quarter of action. Henderson goes up again, misses. Rebounded by Edmondson. Dobbins will slow things down here in these last few seconds. Set up for one final shot here at the end of the quarter. There goes the 3. It's not going to fall. Rebounded by the Warriors. Barrington brings it back to Burgess. Burgess with a long toss. And it is no good. At the end of 3 quarters, Cherokee County and Anniston. Anniston leads by a score of 48-37 as we take a look at that last 3 by Barrington just a few moments ago. We'll take a break and be back in just a minute.
Buster Miles Chevrolet started in 1952 in Heflin. It makes me feel great to know that my dad started something very special.
He wanted to give back where there was a need, and he never knew a day that there wasn't someone in need.
If someone broke down in a tough spot on a Sunday, he might get a call somehow, from a customer saying, hey, so-and-so's broken down. He would go out of his way to help them. We didn't manufacture this reputation. We earned it over the years. It's about service and being able to trust. We feel like we offer a superior product.
We are blending the immediacy and the needs of the now with this salt of the earth, small business mindset and just work ethic that was very simple. And it was around believing in something bigger than oneself, and that working that vision together, we could be larger than life.
Live from Pete Matthews Coliseum at Jacksonville State University, the 2016 TV24 Holiday Showcase, presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. Anniston Bulldogs with the lead, 48-37 over the Cherokee County Warriors. Anniston looking for good shots. Dobbins is going to be fouled. The push on the floor. And that is going to be charged to number 33.
Riley Russell was in the lane that time. Have a blocking call on him. And, again, in that quarter, Cherokee County cut the Anniston lead down by a point. They cut it by a point in the second quarter and in the third. The problem is you only have one more quarter to chip away at this. They've got to make a big move here, you would think, early in this fourth quarter.
Interesting to note, I think, as well, the lack of fouls in this game. We're in the fourth quarter. We've only had 3 fouls this half so far, 1 by Cherokee County, 2 by Anniston. And it was similar to that in the first half. Only 2 or 3 fouls in the whole first half.
Only 7 fouls called total in this game, 4 on Cherokee County, 3 on Anniston. So no team anywhere close to foul trouble, no player close to it being in foul trouble.
Barrington misses the 3. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Embry.
One thing that's impressive about both of these teams, we touched on this early, was they both have deep benches. Center has got a lot of guys they're playing. They're playing 10, 11 guys. Same way with Anniston. Anniston playing 9, 10, 11 guys and another 3. And there's Barrington again.
Give him the opportunity. They're going to have to stick a little closer to him on the outside, take him a little more seriously. Anniston taking a little more time, working place, setting up the exact shot they want. Dobbins going inside, no foul called. Lots of contact underneath the goal, but no foul call. The Warriors going to take it to the other end and be fouled. That is Ivory Moore. He's going up for the layup. That was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Nice job by Ivory Moore. Haven't called his name for seeing his first action for Cherokee County. Takes that ball coast to coast all the way against 3 Anniston defenders and goes up strong and draws the foul.
Hits the first of his 2 free throws. So we see James Haynes and Jacoby Bradford checking back in for Anniston.
All of a sudden, very quietly, Cherokee County has cut this Anniston lead to 7 and make it 6 with a made free throw by Moore.
And we're going to have a timeout called by Anniston. With 6:44 remaining in the game, an opportunity to, as you mentioned, the lead has been cut to only 6, and that's about as small as it's been throughout the game today.
Yeah, Anniston jumped out to that 15-point lead, 17-2 at one point. And Cherokee County kind of brought it back a little bit even in the second quarter, cut it down by a point, cut it down by another point, an 11-point lead at the end of the third. And here in this first minute and 16 seconds of the fourth quarter, they've now cut the lead basically in half. And it's now a 6-point game, and they've kind of done this very quietly. We've seen Cherokee County, as Coach Wester mentioned to Chase Robinson at halftime, kind of getting over the jitters a little bit, whatever was maybe affecting them from the game last night. They've overcome that, and Cherokee County's really coming on in these last couple of quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. A good game going on as you look at the Anniston Bulldog cheerleaders.
Head football coach of the Bulldogs and also the head girls basketball coach of the Bulldogs, Eddie Bullock, sitting there.
Coach Bullock there with him as well.
And it won't be too far away. We're just about a month or so away, a little over a month away from the, just about a month away from the Cherokee, or I should say the Calhoun County basketball tournament. Of course, Coach Bullock and his girls will, as always, be a big favorite to win the county tournament in that. And so they'll have another strong team again. His girls very good again.
Anniston brings the ball down. Mario Dobbins. Again, looking to get the ball inside, and Bradford. Nice turn and puts the ball up. Scores 2 for the Bulldogs.
Bradford
heavy
with 6
pressure again.
Yeah. 3-on-1 now break coming for Cherokee County.
Graves with the jumper misses. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. And it's going to be knocked away, but Graves is going to be called for a foul as he knocks the ball away from Tyreek Woods.
Hack on the arm by Jacob Graves going in. Had a 3-on-2 break, or it's actually a 3-on-1 break by Cherokee County. Didn't score. Anniston came back with a 2-on-1 break, basically. See if they can get some points here as they go to the free throw line. We're actually going to throw it on the inbounds, ahead by 8.
Bulldogs with the rebound, puts it back up, and it's going to be taken away by the Warriors by Moore. And Moore, short jumper. 2 more points for the Warriors.
Ivory Moore out of nowhere has not played in this game until the 4th quarter, and he's had 4 big points on breakaways for Cherokee County here in this 4th quarter.
Dobbins with a short jumper, misses, rebounded by the Warriors. They'll give it to Moore to bring down. And they'll take it over to Burgess. Back to Moore, another nice shot by Moore. 6 points in his last 3 touches.
Ivory Moore has really been the spark for this Cherokee County team, and another timeout called by Anniston. This lead was 15 at one time, and now it's down to 4. And the key, I think, to this comeback, Carl, has been Cherokee County didn't panic. They didn't try to get it all back at one time. They realized, hey, this is just the end of the 1st quarter. They were down by 13, and they just kind of chipped away, and then got to the 4th quarter. Now they've made their big move. I think the big thing that's happened is, shooting-wise, Anniston's gone cold, and Cherokee County's really heated up. We've seen the best shooting they've had in the game, late 3rd, early 4th.
And some of that shooting coming off the bench as well. And as they try to mix things up, get some more personnel in.
Absolutely. That shows you, we talked about how deep these benches were. When you got a guy like Ivory Moore coming off the bench in the 4th quarter, didn't even play until the 4th, comes in off the 4th quarter and contributes like he has, not only offensively, but you got to remember a couple of those were steals, rebounds, where he went running the floor coast to coast to get those points. So a very impressive performance by Cherokee County. We're seeing why both of these teams are state ranked in Class 4A in the first ASWA poll.
You've been mentioning the Cherokee County and White Plains game last night. Al Muskowitz was just giving us some notes that Cherokee County was down 17 at one point and brought that game back to win only 1 point with about 45 seconds left in that game. So they had a similar situation to last night.
I don't think there's anybody in the state that's had a 24 hours where they've played basically on the road and on a neutral site against 2 state-ranked teams. Cherokee County getting a real dose of maybe what it will be like if you get to the regional or get to the state finals.
Dobbins goes to the inside, knocked down by the Warriors. Barrington brings the ball down, gets it over to Moore. There's Ivory Moore again. He is hot here in the 4th quarter. And the Anniston lead now cut to 2 points.
Carl, he didn't play the first 3 quarters, and he might be our MVP.
He might be. 3-point shot there by James Haynes, who's been missing those threes for a while. Turning things back on for the Bulldogs. Barrington gets it inside, and there's going to be a foul as Moore goes up for the shot. Foul is going to be called against Bradford for the Bulldogs. 2 shots for Ivory Moore.
Ivory Moore again, a 6'1" senior. The smiles on the Cherokee County bench over there, as I think they are enjoying this as much as we are over there. This performance by young Mr. Ivory Moore coming off the bench to just energize and really to lead this Cherokee County team here in this fourth period.
2 for 2 on his free throws there.
Yeah, has not missed a shot, has he?
Anniston 53, Cherokee County 50. 4 minutes to go in the game. Anniston still playing it cool, not going back to that super aggressive offense that they started with. Still just kind of playing it cool. Dobbins with a short jumper, and he hits it from the free throw line. Anniston lead jumps to 5. The Warriors keeping the ball in play, keeping their heads cool, giving it to Moore. Then Barrington on the outside, it strips another 3. Nice shooting by Marcus Barrington, 5'11" junior for the Warriors. Game back to within 2. Bradford looking for a shot. He gets cut off, so he takes it back out. Bradford trying to shoot the 3, and there's going to be a foul called away from the shot. That foul is going to be called against the Warriors. Jai Lockridge.
You know, it's funny, we have not had a real close game in the previous 3. We had a 19-point win by Asbury over Ohatchee, a 21-point win by Geraldine against Jacksonville, a 22-point win by Oxford against Alexandria. And this game started off 17-2. Now look, 3.5 to go, and we're down to a 2-point game. Finally got our close game in a game that we expected to be close between 2 teams ranked in the top 5. And we're going to have it's like a 5-second call. No, we're going to have a blocking call.
Foul called against Bradford. He was trying to set a pick, I believe, and just didn't get his feet set.
Yeah, so we're going to have a pick set and a blocking foul called. And here comes Cherokee County with a chance to maybe take the lead.
There's Moore up another one. He misses. Bulldogs get the rebound. Almost stolen away by Moore as he comes in from behind. It'll knock it out of bounds. Anniston will have the ball on the side.
There was Moore again defensively, knocking the ball loose. And the Cherokee County fans that have made their way down here from center, they got the Shakers out, and they are energized as well. As but give all the credit to Ivory Moore leading this comeback here in the fourth quarter for center.
Dobbins with a layup. He misses. Moore with the rebound. Got a guy coming behind him. Dodges out of the way. Burgess back to the inside to Roden. Then down low. There's a miss. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Dobbins working to the left side with Haynes. Haynes tries to go into the middle. It'll be knocked away and recovered by the Warriors. Burgess tries to get a pass in. It's going to be knocked down. Anniston, one-on-one fast break situation. A miss. No foul called. And it'll be knocked out of bounds. And they're going to give it to the Warriors.
It was knocked out of bounds by Anniston. They'll call the block shot, last touch by the Bulldogs, and we'll go over to Cherokee County. Cherokee County now with their 3rd opportunity to tie or take the lead. It's been 55-53 for the last couple of minutes. 3rd possession and another near steal by Anniston.
Barrington will inbound the ball for the Warriors to Jacob Graves. Graves goes to Moore on the right side. Moore under pressure, comes all the way back across the court to Barrington. They get it inside to Roden. Roden's going to turn, take the shot, misses. Moore almost gets the rebound. It'll be rebounded by the Bulldogs. And they're going to wrap him up for a jump ball. And Cherokee County will keep possession.
Smart play by Riley Russell, knowing that the possession error was in favor of Cherokee County, so he just ties it up and gets the ball right back for the Warriors.
Barrington inbounds the ball to Edwards. Edwards to Graves. Back to Barrington. Shoots the 3. Looks good. There it is. And the Warriors have the lead for the first time in the game.
Every basket by Marcus Barrington has been a 3. He has hit 6 in this game, including 4 in the second half.
Anniston with a miss. Cherokee County on the move. Almost knocked away. Moore gets control. Back to Graves. Anniston very aggressive on the defense there. Dobbins up the middle. And he will be fouled as he puts in the layup and gets the 2.
They call the block on Jacob Graves, so Anniston regains the lead. Cherokee County had their first lead of the game. About a minute and a half to go in the game before they get their first lead. Anniston now back in the lead by 1. If Dobbins can make this free throw and complete the three-point play, Anniston would be to a 2-point lead. What a game. This was a game dominated for 3 quarters by Anniston, and now we've got one call that looks like it's going to come right down to the wire here with 1:07 to go.
Anniston now a 2-point lead. 58-56. 1 minute to go in the game. Just right at 1 minute to go. The Warriors get it into Moore. Gets it inside. 2 more for the Cherokee County. That's Chris Roden. And we're going to have a timeout called by Cherokee County. Coach Wester wants to set up something here at the very end. We have a tie ball game with less than a minute to go.
We have wound up with what we thought was at the beginning of this game. We thought this might be the worst of the blowouts, Carl. We've had some games that kind of got out of hand today, and we thought, boy, 17-2. This looks like Anniston's just going to run away with this thing, and we might wind up having the most exciting finish of the day.
I think so. This game between Cherokee County and Anniston always has the potential to be like this when you put these two teams together. Two normally very aggressive basketball programs.
We'll give a lot of credit to Anniston for coming into this game and taking control early, but give a lot of credit to Cherokee County and Neil Wester and his bunch for coming back in this game. Wow, just what a comeback. As you mentioned, 17 down last night to White Plains on the road. Then you come back down into Calhoun County, make another long road trip, and you get down early in the game 17-2, almost by the same margin. And then you hang in there and just keep chipping away. And then the fourth quarter, it's been, to be honest with you, this fourth quarter, the first 3 quarters were all Anniston. This fourth quarter has been all Cherokee County.
Game sponsor for this game, Alexandria Foodland. Be sure to go by and visit the folks at the Foodland in Alexandria. Less than a minute to go, all tied up at 58. Anniston will inbound the ball. Jacob Graves trying to get some pressure on the press there. It was 3-on-1 as Anniston comes down. They're going to set up and take their time, try to go for one shot. They're waiting on the Warriors to come out and make them play ball here. Barrington comes out. Anniston, James Haynes. Gives the ball to Dobbins.
Might we see a little overtime here at the Pete on this Saturday afternoon?
Dobbins looking for a free shot. Challenges, backs out, and then he goes in again. Dumps it back out. Back out to Dobbins. 10 seconds to go. Dobbins putting up a shot. He's going to miss it. Rebounded by the Warriors. Barrington, long three-pointer, and he misses. That was so close. And very likely, I would not have been surprised if that had not gone in. If it had gone in, absolutely. So I tell you what, we're going to see some extra action here and go into overtime. We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
The Oxford Performing Arts Center now has season tickets available for the 2016-2017 season. A total of 15 blockbuster shows. The Black and Gold Concert Series is back with artists like Vanessa Williams and Three Dog Night. Noah Bank and Trust Broadway Series featuring Tony Award-winning performances. Web Concrete and Building Materials Country Music Series featuring country powerhouse artists. Get your season tickets now online at oxfordpac.org or call 256-241-3322.
Now we're back at Pete Matthews Coliseum. 4 minutes added to the clock. We are in overtime as Cherokee County and the Anniston Bulldogs battle it out here at the Holiday Showcase, presented by America's First Federal Credit Union to TV 24. As they work out possession here. They're going to take it in from the side. Now they're deciding they're going to jump it.
I don't know about Torrey Brown from Anniston. I don't know if he's going to be happy either way this game turns out, but I'll guarantee you, Neil Wester, win or lose, he's going to be happy with how this game turned out.
They've had a good game.
He was smiling over there. We caught him smiling on the bench. He's going to be very well pleased with, regardless of what happens.
The jump ball comes down with Chris Roden getting it himself. You can't do that, so the Bulldogs will inbound the ball from the side. Mario Dobbins taking his time to get over and get set. The Bulldogs working their way, looking for a nice place to move in. They like to go inside, even though they can take those outside shots when they need to. There's Haynes looking for the three. He misses. Rebounded by Embry. And they're calling a jump ball. So an alternating possession. Cherokee County will get the ball on the jump ball. Inbounded by the Warriors. Jacob Graves brings the ball in. Taking it inside to Russell. Back out to Moore. Back to Graves. Graves looking for a way to get the ball to Barrington. Barrington a little bit long on that one. Misses. Rebounded by the Warriors. Moore has the ball, getting some pressure. Going to be stolen by the Bulldogs, by Haynes, and then stolen back. They're calling a timeout. Cherokee County going to get a timeout here, I believe.
Barrington missed the shot, had a steal over there by Anniston, but then saw Graves steal it right back, and now a timeout called. So far in the overtime, 2:56 left. Neither team has been able to score and seize the momentum here, so we're still at a stalemate here in overtime. Coming up, those of you who are tuned in, getting ready to watch Guntersville and Plainview. Both teams are here. They're raring to go. Saw Guntersville's team coming in. Saw Plainview coach Robbie Coker just a couple of moments ago. A lot of Plainview fans are here. A lot of Guntersville fans are here as well. Getting ready for this game, but they're getting some free basketball this afternoon. Overtime between two top 10 teams in Class 4A. Number 5 Anniston, number 7 Cherokee County. A tremendous comeback by Cherokee County, trailing by 15 early on in the first quarter, and they came all the way back to tie it and send it to OT.
And the Warriors with possession. Graves looking to make something happen for Cherokee County. Back to Burgess. Graves takes a couple of steps in, gets it to Moore. Moore goes up, misses, rebounded by the Bulldogs. And Moore's going to be charged with a foul. So he tried to knock the ball away from Jacoby Bradford.
Obviously, first to foul the game for Moore. He did not even play until the fourth quarter. Now we're going to see a substitution. Riley Russell back in the game for Cherokee County as Kyle Burgess will go to the bench.
Mario Dobbins bringing the ball down. 2.5 to go in this overtime period. Bradford tries to go inside, and he's going to be blocked by Riley Russell. Foul called on the big number 33, the 6-foot junior. That will be 6 fouls against Cherokee County, so still no bonus situation.
Russell did not get over and cut off the baseline, so Basically, all he could do was kind of grab with the arm as the Anniston player went by, and another near steal by Jacob Graves, and because of his aggressiveness, that leads to a turnover as Mario Dobbins steps out of bounds. So it's another big thing. We talked about how aggressive Anniston's defense has been. Cherokee County's really stepped it up on the defensive end. That's one of the things that's helped them here make this comeback in the second half.
Absolutely. Barrington back to Burgess. Nothing doing on the left side, so they'll try the right side with Graves. Graves puts up a three. It's going to be an air ball, way short. Anniston gets the rebound. Dobbins takes it to Haynes. Haynes tries another three, misses again on the three. Rebounded by the Warriors. Inside 2 minutes to go. Nobody has scored at all in this overtime period. Barrington to Burgess. Long pass, dangerous pass, almost stolen by Dobbins. Back to Graves. Barrington puts up the three. He hits it. Another three for Barrington. Cherokee County with a 3-point lead. And a timeout going to be called by Anniston.
Every one of Barrington's points have been off threes today. There's his latest one, his 7th three of the game, nothing but the bottom of the net. He had 2 threes in the first half, 4 threes in the second half, 1 3 here in the overtime. So he's got 21 points, Carl Brady, every one of those off threes.
Every one of threes.
And they've all been from about that spot on the wing out there from about NBA range.
Exactly. They've all been long 3-point shots. So an exciting basketball game here halfway through the holiday showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. Exactly what we hope for in these basketball games that we have here, and we knew this one could be this way.
This is the type of game, if Cherokee County can hang on and win this game, this is the kind of game that kind of defines your season, I think. This is the kind of game that when you're sitting there in January, February, you kind of look back and say, hey, remember when we went down to Jack Stadium, we were trailing Anniston by 15 and we came back? This is the kind of game that can define your season here. I think win or lose for Cherokee County.
And a great way to go into a little bit of a holiday break that they get here. School's getting ready to be out for the holidays. Cherokee County looking kind of confident as Anniston inbounds the ball here.
But Anniston has been in this situation before. Anniston is a very tough team, played some tough games and some tough venues and some meaningful games. They're not going to go away.
Haynes misses the three. Rebounded by Haynes, and he's going to be fouled. It's going to put him at the free throw line.
And Haynes nearly got that one to drop for Anniston. He'll be at the line to shoot two big free throws here. Every point important. We've only had 1 3-point shot made in this overtime. That was by Cherokee County. No other scores in this overtime with 1:06 left.
Haynes misses his first. Hits the second. The Warriors still a 2-point lead. And Cherokee County got to take a timeout with 1:06 remaining in the overtime period. They're going to set something up here to inbound the ball. Try to keep possession of it, I believe. Probably try to kill some clock time here to keep the ball away from the Bulldogs, keep it out of anybody's hands.
A full timeout called by Neil Wester and the Warriors. So a 2-point lead, and you know that Coach Wester over there, the thing he's probably preaching to his basketball team, especially as good as Anniston is defensively, as quick as they are and as good as they are creating turnovers, I'm sure his message right now is he's kind of hidden in there behind all those white jerseys. But I'm sure it's take care of the basketball. We've got the lead. There's no shot clock. We just got to take care of the basketball as we see another look at the only points made here in overtime. And that was Cherokee County's Marcus Barrington with his 7th three of the game just about a minute or so ago.
There's Plainview as they get ready to come in and play in the next game. The next game will feature Guntersville Wildcats, the Plainview Bears.
Guntersville comes into that game as we await that game. That's not a, Guntersville comes in as the number 4 team in the state in 5A. Plainview not ranked, but they're 6-0.
The Warriors inbound the ball and get some heavy pressure on the full court press. Trying to get the ball up, kill some time as well. They get it across the half-court line. Barrington with the ball. He gets it off to Roden. Roden goes across the court to Graves. Graves works it inside to Moore. Moore comes back outside. And Dobbins is going to get a foul on purpose on the side over there. Going to send Jacob Graves. That will still not put Anniston. Anniston had 2 fouls to spare before they put him in the bonus. So Cherokee County will inbound the ball from the side when we come back to action because Anniston now has called the timeout.
That's why Anniston had to go ahead and foul with 48 seconds to go, despite only trailing by 2 because they had another foul to give. So we'll see what both teams strategize now is what they're going to do for this final 48.1 seconds.
And there's Guntersville as they await their opportunity to come out and play here in the Holiday Showcase. Pete Matthews Coliseum. After Guntersville and Plainview, we'll have White Plains and Talladega. Then Spain Park and Gadsden City and Mountain Brook and Sacred Heart. So we have a lot of great basketball games coming for you for the rest of the afternoon. Remember, if you can't join us live here at Pete Matthews Coliseum, you can check us out on TV as you're doing right now, or you can also do that if you have to leave your TV. You can check out the online stream at tv24.tv. You'll see the Holiday Showcase box on the side, on the right side of the screen there. Just click on that when it comes up, and that'll take you right to our live stream. And if you have the live stream mobile app on your phone, you can get it live streaming there as well. Take us with you wherever you happen to go today. And difficulty getting the ball in for the Warriors, so they call a timeout before the 5 seconds expires.
Well, that Anniston defense is so good. So good. They, as we said earlier, they just challenge everything. Every inbounds pass, everything you do. They're just so good on the defensive end. I think a lot of folks get caught up in the run and gun and the scoring and so forth, but with Anniston, it has always been, through the years, it's always been the defense fueling the offense, creating turnovers, creating chaos, forcing mistakes from the other team. And that's what makes that offense go, is what they do on the defensive end. We saw right there, forcing Cherokee County to burn yet another timeout. Just a tremendous defensive effort on the inbounds by Anniston.
And that matchup on the inbounds there, Jacob Graves, I believe, is inbounding the ball for the Warriors. He's 5'9", and he was going up against Dontavius Davis, who is 6'5". So a lot of arms and legs in the way trying to get the ball in there for him.
Yeah, Anniston has a lot of big, tall, lanky guys on the inside. And now there's a buzz. There hasn't been a buzz like this, Carl, in the Coliseum so far today, because the other 3 games were all basically double-digit blowouts. But, boy, there's a buzz in here now. There's a lot of excitement in this overtime game, a 2-point game with 48.1 to go in overtime.
And the Warriors inbound the ball. Anniston trying to get the foul. But as they were actually trying to go for a jump ball there, it looks like, and Cherokee County was able to get another timeout called before the whistle could blow for the jump ball.
Well, Anniston has no timeouts left. Now Cherokee County just used their last one. So if they get in trouble, Carl, in the inbounds now, or if they get in trouble out there in a tie-up situation, if a player gets trapped, then they don't have any timeouts as an option now. And I'm sure that's probably one of the things that Coach Brown's probably telling his guys, hey, they don't have timeouts. They don't have an outlet valve anymore.
There's the White Plains team waiting for their game to come up a little bit later on. You saw Coach Brown talking to the referee there a little bit. I think he was getting on him a little about not being a little bit faster on the whistle on the jump ball there. He was lobbying for the change of possession, because in a jump ball situation here, Anniston will get the ball right now.
I think I was reading lips correctly. I think I just saw Neil Wester actually tell that to Ivory Moore. No timeouts. We have no timeouts. Because the last 2 possessions, a timeout is what's bailed Cherokee County out from having a turnover.
That's right. So Chris Roden will be inbounding the ball against Dontavius Davis. They're going to have to get the ball in. They get it in to Barrington. Back to Roden to Graves. Moore. Graves is going to be fouled by Mario Dobbins. That will be the 7th foul for Anniston, so that puts us in a bonus situation. So Graves will be going to the foul line with a 1-and-1 situation.
Smart foul by Dobbins that time. not wanting to get an intentional foul called, but enough to make it obvious where the foul would definitely be called. So smart play by Mario Dobbins. And now here's Jacob Graves. Graves, a tough little running back on that Cherokee County football team this year. Chance for some big free throws here, but misses the first one. So here comes Anniston.
30 seconds to go in the game. Anniston ball. Bradford back to Dobbins. Dobbins tries to go inside, and they're going to call a foul against the Warriors. He's going to call that against.
They called that on Jacob Graves.
Jacob Graves.
Thought that might have been on Riley Russell, but instead it's on Jacob Graves.
Kind of looked like Dobbins just lost his footing and fell into Graves.
And you got a good free throw shooter in Mario Dobbins now at the line for Anniston to try to tie it up.
Dobbins misses the 1-and-1. Cherokee County comes down with it.
Anniston's really got a foul now quickly.
Barrington, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. Could be a serious mistake for Cherokee County. The ball, as they try to break that press and throw it out of bounds. Anniston gets the ball in. 10 seconds roughly to go. Need a 3 for the win, 2 for the tie. Dobbins out to Bradford. Bradford, long shot, he misses. Rebounded by the Warriors. And we are going to have another overtime period in this basketball game. Nope, Cherokee County gets the win. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Cherokee County wins.
Cherokee County gets the win.
Anniston could not get a shot off, and Cherokee County
I wasn't ready to finish it.
a two-point win in overtime after trailing 15-2 to begin the game. What an effort by Neil Wester's Cherokee County Warriors. An exciting game here. One we'll remember for a long time. It was a strange game because Anniston totally dominated for 3 quarters. And then when we got to the 4th quarter, it was all Cherokee County. Huge win for the Warriors, Carl Brady.
Absolutely. And that final score again, 61-59 for the Warriors, as the Warriors and the Bulldogs still mingling out on the court. Congratulations and shaking hands. And we're going to have Chase Robinson talking to Coach Wester in just a moment. They're getting everybody together there. And our our America's First Player of the game is going to be number 14, Marcus Barrington.
Carl, I got the Marcus Barrington and Coach Neil Wester with me. I'll start with you, Coach. I talked to you at halftime. The first half was kind of slow. We talked about that. What did you see from your team here in the second half?
Well, we got a lot more aggressive. You know, we kind of calmed down and played harder, rebounded it better. And, of course, then Marcus got hot. And it always helps when the guys play good. And we made shots in the second half. I was really proud of our guys.
Marcus with, I think, over 20 points today. You had some other guys step up. Talk about these guys' performances.
Yeah, we just, we've been struggling a little bit. Didn't score a whole lot in the first half. And then, Marcus kind of got us going, and then we made some other shots. And our guys played well inside, and we handled the ball well. Our guards did a good job against their pressure. They're awful quick and got a really good team, but that's a good win for us. I'm really proud of our guys.
Well, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Marcus, a big win for you and your team today. First of all, talk about what it was like playing here in this big arena and atmosphere.
It's really decent. I've never been here before. This is my first year ever playing here. We usually practice guys in states of college to get used to the court. But never played before.
Well, you had about 22 points today, all of them coming from the 3-line. Talk about your performance today.
Well, the last couple games I've been off, and Coach keep telling me shoot the ball. And he said just be in rhythm, and I kept shooting. It just kept falling for me.
All right, well, congratulations. Good win today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chase. The winning Cherokee County Warriors at number 14, Marcus Barrington there, our America's First Federal Credit Union Player of the Game for this game.
21 points, 7 threes. All of those were on threes. 5 of those coming in the second half, 4 in the second half, 1 in overtime. Saw the big smile on his face, and for good reason. Cherokee County, the come-behind winners today.
And we're going to take a quick break. Be back with a wrap-up in a moment.
Hi, my name is Reverend Jeffrey C. Williams, the owner and licensed funeral director of Anniston Funeral Services. At Anniston Funeral Services, we are compassionate and caring individuals committed to providing quality and professional service at affordable prices. We are where service begins and never ends, and love is what love does.
Anniston Funeral Services offers affordable services to meet any need for all families. Anniston Funeral Services, 630 South Wilmer Avenue, where service begins and never ends.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets the new Pure Kubota SSV 75 apart. It's how we improved performance, increased strength, and engineered it precisely at every level. See your local Kubota construction equipment dealer and get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 60 months.
Talladega Tractor. Learn more at TalladegaTractor.com.
I was finally ready to buy my first home after renting for the last several years. As I started my search, I got overwhelmed by how many websites and confusing listings there are. That's when I found the experts at ERA King. To me, ERA means expertise, reliability, and activity. I depended on them to find a home in my budget, and they didn't stop working until the keys were in my hands. ERA King. To us, it means always doing the right thing for every client. What will ERA mean to you? Find out at eraking.com.
Local Joe's Barbecue has long been a staple in East Alabama, and now you can enjoy Local Joe's in Alexandria. Local Joe's Alexandria location has an expanded menu that features all of your favorite smoked meats, plus all the standards you'd expect to find in a family restaurant. Got a big crowd to feed? Local Joe's offers full-service catering for events of any size. Enjoy Local Joe's in their original location in Rainbow City, Local Joe's at Little Bridge Marina, Local Joe's of Alexandria, and their newest location in Cape Spring, Georgia. Cherokee County takes the win, coming from behind 61-59 over the Anniston Bulldogs. The game brought to you by Alexandria Foodland. And John, we saw this with Cherokee County last night, having to come from behind against White Plains. Almost picked off the win last night, but tonight they held on and took the win.
And if you look at it from the Cherokee County perspective here, what a 24 hours they had. A tough area game at White Plains. As we know, that's one of the toughest arenas to play at here in East Alabama, and basketball is out at White Plains. Always great fan support out there, and they go in out there and lose a tough game, 56-52. You turn right around, you get back to center late at night, and you come back down to Calhoun County here to Jacksonville, and you play White Plains number 8 team in the state. You play the number 5 team in the state in Anniston. You open up the game, and you're down 17-2 to begin the game, and then you kind of hang around. It's still a double-digit deficit as you go to the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden your team just comes alive in the fourth quarter. You get it to overtime, get a three-pointer in overtime. That was the difference, and win the game. Just a great take all your hats off and give all the credit to Neil Western, the Cherokee County Warriors, and for Anniston to come out and play against this Cherokee County team and get out to that big lead. I think there's a lot of positives for Anniston to take away as well, because again, they're playing a state-ranked team and go to overtime. Right. It didn't turn out the way they wanted, but I think all in all, I think both coaches will come away with positives out of this game this afternoon. Both teams ranked in the top 10 of their classification, and we mentioned Marcus Barrington with all those three-pointers. He's the player of the game, but I want to mention Ivory Moore coming in off the bench and helping to spark that comeback in the fourth quarter. He came in out of nowhere and hit several shots right in a row, and that was kind of the catapult that sent Cherokee County on that comeback run. Carl, that's exactly right. He was not even in the game in quarters 1, 2, and 3. We didn't see him even appear in the game on the court until the fourth quarter. Then all of a sudden he came out and hit virtually every shot. He had 10 points in that fourth quarter, and he was really the guy that, maybe not at the end of the comeback, but beginning of the fourth quarter, he was really the guy that really sparked the comeback, that took it from an 11-point deficit to tie this thing up and get it close as we head down the home stretch. And again, Cherokee County takes the win, 61-59 over the Anniston Bulldogs. Coming up next, we have Guntersville and Plainview. John, you're going to be keeping your seat in the color seat there. Chase Robinson will replace me, and we'll be back with that game in just a moment.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Melinda needed a durable paint, so I suggested our best, Valspar Optimus.
Ace is a place that knows kids are tough on walls. Watch out for the quiet ones.
Do you like any of the colors?
Come see us at any of our 4 locations.
Jay from Jacksonville Ace Home Center.
Jason from Roanoke Ace Home Center.
Charlie at Talladega Ace Home Center.
Danny at Oxford Lumber, Ace Hardware.
Come see us at Oxford Lumber Stores, the helpful places.
Sure, it seems like there are tons of decisions to be made as you start down your college path. The good news is Gadsden State can help. Online, on the phone, or in person at the new One Stop Center in Gadsden. How much can I save? What career is perfect for me? Help with everything from admissions to financial aid. And when all the answers point towards saving money close to home, you'll see why so many decide to make their first stop, Gadsden State.
I got back my smack talk touchdown, hole-in-one, three-point home run, hat-trick pavement-pounding, record-setting goal across the finish line. Because Core didn't give up, I didn't give up. And I certainly didn't give in. I'm going to get back to doing what I love. I'm going to get back to winning.
I'm Alan Parnell with Parnell Insurance Agency. Parnell Insurance Agency has been in business in Alabama and Georgia since 1990. Auto Owners Insurance Company is one of our very best companies. We're real proud of our commercial line staff, Ty, Brooke, Michelle, Caitlin, and our administrative staff, Alan, Carrie, and Amber. Combined, our staff has 125 years experience. Come see what Parnell Insurance Agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, or Tallapoosa, Georgia.